Ask the questions.
Go on then. Tell us about the first night you went down the Reno.
Oh, the first night I went down the Reno. It was in the daytime, actually. I just had my Amanda. Went to Princess Road Post Office, £7.50. My family allowance for me and Amanda. So Gail Bates, my friend, said, come on, let's nip down the Reno. So we parked our prams outside with the kids.
Fuck off!
Yeah. Well, you could them days. Well, yeah, no, days.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
No, that's just great, Myra.
My mum used to park us outside the front door and leave us there till she'd done all the housework and then bring us back in again. Yeah. They strapped him. Remember them reins? Yeah. Used to strap him in.
Oh, yeah, across the belly.
Yeah. So we went down the Reno and I met this guy called, everybody knows him, Sitting Bull.
Indian,
yeah. So he's, where's he from? Trinidadian Indian. Anyway, he grabbed hold of me and asked me to have a dance. It's in the afternoon, this, you know. Yeah. I've got my baby outside and I'm trying not to forget. I only went down for 2 minutes. So I said, no, I don't want to dance with you. Then he grabbed me in the corner and he dipped my pocket and he took me £7.50 off me. No. Well, I was crying because I had no food, no nothing, you know, food for the baby. So I ran out and I ran to Dixon's. Remember Dixon's?
Yeah, of course
that used to sell all the ladders and hardware, massive big. Yeah. And I ran in there and I went, excuse me, can any of you come and help me, please? I said, some man's just robbed me in the Reno. They ran downstairs, they kicked the crap out of him and got me £7.50 back.
The Dixons?
Well, they used to live at the other side of the rec park. Yeah, the white guys out of the place. Beat him up and took my purse off him, £7.50. So they used to live on the other side of the rec park there, you know, where the Moss Side Youth Club is. What's it called now? Powerhouse. Yeah. There.
Was it Westwood Street?
No, not Westwood Street. The one before it. Rose Henry used to live there as well. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah. But we was always in Rose's house.
It's Raby Street, isn't it?
Was it Raby Street?
Yeah, I think it's Raby Street.
Was it? Yeah. Anyway, his family used to live there. Next thing I know, I got his mum and his dad, because he was only young and I was only 17. I had my Amanda when I was 17. Anyway, we next thing I know, got a knock on the door. Well, my dad always said, listen, you better get out there. You know what I mean? And face him. So I went out there. My dad was there with me and everything. Next thing I know, he's brought his sisters. So they're like, yeah, well, we're going to beat you up now because I got their brother up. So I was trying to say to his mum and dad, because they was very nice people, you know, very wealthy people as well. And they used to have racehorses in their own country in Trinidad and all that. Yeah, used to breed racing dogs and everything. Anyway, they all come now, so he brought his 2 sisters to fight me now. So my dad was not believed. He said, get out there and kick their ass. So I had to go out anyway. I ended up kicking their ass. Don't ask me how, but I did. And that was the first experience down the Reno. Then after that, I met Sobers when Amanda was 6 months old. And because he
74, I think it was.
Yeah. Wow. It was Christmas 73, just going into 74. Yeah. And I met him and he was a soul man. I was more of a reggae person then, you know. Yeah. And we used to go to Paul Marsh's and nick all the records. Yeah, used to get Hazel to bring them all out. She thought we were buying them, but we weren't buying any money.
Just grab it.
Say, right, thanks Hazel, see you next week, bye. Me, Shelley and Debbie, it was. And then Sober started taking me down the Reno. And 7 days a week we was down there, weren't we, babe? Yeah. 7 days a week me and him used to go down there. Yeah. Oh, it was brilliant. I was a Thursday. It was brilliant. Monday. Honestly, God, I loved it in the Reno. Loved it. The day of the riots, we used to live in Disbury then, a place called Ballbrook Avenue. So he said, come on, babe. He says, I've got a few quid here. He said, let's go in the Reno. So I said, all right. Had my shower, right away to go down the Reno. Had my shower, put my clothes on. I'm just putting my makeup on. And then all of a sudden, a news flash. Nobody's supposed to go near my side. There's a riot going on. So I said to him, I think the Reno will still be open.
Now it's stopping me.
Nothing's stopping me. Hey, I tell you, there could have been a war and nothing would have stopped us going down that Reno. At least we would have been safe because it was underground, wasn't it?
Did you end up going? that night?
Well, we ended up coming down to go, and
Yeah.
when we got to Princess Road, the police was both
They
on
were like fucking blackjacks.
cockroaches.
Yeah.
Blackjacks. I've not heard that for years.
No, I haven't.
They were like
either.
cockroaches. They was
What
all
did they-
lined
did they
up
like
the full length of Princess Road
Yeah.
in the
Why did they
yeah.
not bring you back to your mum's house?
You did. We ran back
Because
to my man's house.
The riot started. Everyone started fucking looting.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, I said, "Well, fuck that. You're not
You
staying
brought
here."
me back and you went and lived.
I
didn't
went back
you?
and fucking joined in the fucking
We
What
got
year
our
did you-
double bed.
Yeah.
But the next day,
Yeah.
what happened the next day was everyone came out now to see what was going to, that was left.
Yeah.
And all you had the meskis, the
Mm.
cigarette
Oh,
shop.
yeah.
We fucking emptied out. We
Yeah.
just emptied out. There's a
I
shop.
know.
We had a furniture shop on Princess Road.
Oh yeah, we were poor. We didn't have two pubs.
You had people in there choosing what they fucking want, what they don't want, just chuck to the side.
Yeah.
It was funny because
But it was funny that day though, because as we were walking down Princess Road, we was a bit nervous because we was walking right in.
Yeah.
The police were on the two sides,
yeah,
and the police are chanting.
Yeah,
And-
they were loving it, man.
they more or less caused the riot.
They were loving it.
Moss Side shopping centre,
The precinct.
Pre-
the precinct.
Yeah, the precinct.
All the rioters was there, so the police are going, ooh, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, and banging on
Yeah,
the shoes
yeah.
and moving forward. And then all of a sudden the rioters started copying them, going, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. Well, me and Sylvia's are walking to the Reno now. So,
Just
next
minding
thing-
your own business
Yeah,
out for
what?
a night. Yeah.
next thing I know, I couldn't believe it. They just as they charged the rioters, as
Yeah.
they charged from the precinct, the police come running. There's me and Silvers in the front of the police. The police are behind us, and the rioters are behind them. And we're looking at it. And I've come over here, I banged on the door,
Yeah.
because I was brought up in this house, and I banged on the door, and I'm at it, Dad. So I opened the door, my dad opened the door, I said, oh my God, they're writing out there. He said, don't I bleeding know it, your mother's in the co-op looting. I said, my mother's in the co-op looting. Oh, she came home with shopping trolley full. She even went in the shoe shop and got a couple of odd shoes. I don't know what that was all about. She must have thought there was a pair in the box,
Oh,
Or it was
I had a
funny.
box of bras out of Sue's. Do you remember
Yeah.
Sue's? The dress
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bought my
Yeah.
first bras from there.
Was
Yeah.
that the Western Street side, though, right?
No, that's where Tony used to work, Italian Tony.
Yeah, boss,
The
exactly.
lady used to start over the
Oh,
road.
the
Remember
big one.
Italian Tony?
No.
Italian.
Yeah.
I thought she was Greek.
No, she was Italian.
Okay.
No.
Let you off with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But we used to do all sorts around here. Because, I used to hang around with Cottier nearly all my life.
Yeah.
Well, all my life, really, because
Yeah.
I'm not gone yet. So, since we were 5.
Oh.
And we all all the girls used to be on Broadfield Road. I wasn't a naughty girl, man. I was a good girl. And they used to send us for the condoms, and they used to send us for the stockings. You know?
Yeah, the stocking.
Yeah, so they'd write on a note what they wanted and everything, and we'd all used to get them. And then Stephen and all them lot would get me and all the young girls, and we used to stand on the corner, pretend we were doing it.
Yeah, we did it.
And then we'd say, right, come on then, come down the entry, And the guys that did, and Robin.
No, we used to do it, Myra. We used to do it.
rob them. right here on Brogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephen Cottier, as they say, they all used to rob them, man. Oh, we used to have a laugh.
Yeah, we could have seen this. I don't see it for a while now.
I've not seen Ozzy for a while.
And
You need to get hold of him and get him.
No, actually,
Apparently you are, aren't you?
absolutely, yeah. No,
Yeah.
he's had a bypass.
I see.
So I'm waiting for him to feel a bit better. 'Cause
Oh,
it's not long
yeah.
ago. So
Yeah.
My
He's had
mother
the
had
operation,
that. My mother had 3 bypasses. My brother Glyn had 5 bypasses.
wow.
Something like that.
Yeah.
They run in the family, them things,
think
though,
so.
don't
Well,
they?
there's heart disease in my
Yeah.
family. Cancer
Yeah,
and
yeah.
heart disease.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But tell me your first night down the Reno.
My first night, it was more like, I was 17 at the time.
Yeah.
Came down there. Because at that time, there was a lot of muggings and all that kind of shit going on.
Yeah.
So I tried to avoid all that. But when you're young, you got friends,
you
you can't fucking help but get caught up in it.
Yeah.
So I did a bit of that too.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of that, but I did a bit of that.
Yeah,
as
of
well.
course.
But, it was just like,
they used to call the white
we go
men
down-
Jimmy's, innit?
yeah.
As soon as the Jimmy come in the Reno or the Nile or the Western around the corner, the lights used to go off. Everyone used to shout, Jimmy!
Most guys that walk past the Reno were more like the white. It was more like you don't walk past here unless you're gonna buy drugs.
No, it's true though.
So it was more like if you don't want to buy drugs,
Not every drug, so just...
most guys with a long hair. If you got long hair,
Yeah, just a weed.
Your class as a student, you're gonna buy weed. So
yeah.
The next thing you know, now they will come along and there used to be a shipping called the Arabia House. I think it was Arabia Street. I call it Arabia Street. Now that was more like reggae and all that kind of stuff going on there. And they had hedges outside the actual shipping. So the white guy would come along, and what we do is we were talking to the white guys, and the hedges are here, and we take some of the fucking hedges. So here's your deal. Because if it was dry, even better. We just give you all this, roll it all up, and put it in a little bag. I said, here's the reason. They'll take it, knowing it's fucking shit.
Yeah.
But because they're in my side,
Yeah.
the stigma goes on, they decide to walk away with it,
Yeah.
We had some good times in that Reno.
Yeah.
What year did you go in then, Sober?
71 I went in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
17 I was.
Mine was 73.
And who did you go in with?
Me. I went in on my own.
Okay.
He's always been alone, that's all.
I went in on my own. The same thing, when you had the nightlights though.
Yeah.
The same thing, but that was more reggae.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all right.
I wasn't so much a reggae fan as such.
Yeah.
I like the James Brown and stuff like that.
Yeah.
At the time, James Brown was hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and
then
fiery,
things started, they came along. James Brown was back in his 50s, 60s,
Yeah.
And then the Temptations came along. They came along, I think, in the 60s. And you had all the chart tunes that were playing in the charts were like Diana Ross.
Yeah.
But if you want some good underground music, like, for instance, Boris Johnson.
Yeah.
You go into the radio. You're not going to hear that Boris Johnson on the radio.
No, true enough.
You go into the arena now, you get a selection of soul music at its best, And I got hooked on that.
Right.
So when I came across Persian, at the time, Cooley were there at the time. It was just Persian at the time. Cooley came later on.
Yeah.
And Dennis.
But Dennis Ward, he came much later.
Yeah.
But Persian was the man.
Yeah.
And it's more like Persian had this idea. He didn't say much, but he had the idea that people want to listen to good soul music.
Yeah.
That you don't have to go to town to enjoy yourself. You come to the Reno, you sit down, you have a drink. Most guys sat down you had the chairs there and everything else.
Yeah.
But you can tell all the youngster type guys they come in with the gold chains on these and I happened to be part of that elite at one point because I started trying to be like them as well.
No, but you had to, so
you
had to fit in.
We had an African guy, a Nigerian guy called Mambutu, Mark Suarez's dad.
Oh, Mark Suarez.
No.
Butu.
Yeah, I got more or less like familiar with the way he did things. So I became his friend. I was only 18, 19. And mind you, he died at an early age. Butu died at he was 56.
It was all old African men then. They were big men to us then.
I didn't go until 76.
I used to love Addy.
Butu used to say to me, hey, come and sit down here. Because I had on my cashmere coat and I looked like, because they all wear cashmere.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And the tie and all this.
Yeah.
But I didn't wear a tie because I'm a young boy and all that. You want to look. Run my jump on a nice cashmere
What was
coat.
the angle? What did you wear? Was it called angles? You used to have a little zip.
Yeah.
Them t-shirts.
I started like going uptown. Just to see what the feel of town was and stuff like that, because going to the soul places in town was a good thing. So I became one of the guys that weren't mainly based in my side just to go to the Reno. I was going to hear the music in town as well. Yeah. Coming back to the Reno and realizing that most of the tunes I hear in the Reno, I don't even hear them in town. Yeah. You know? No, it was more like, we taught these guys in town how to really play music because they were coming to the Reno to see how we do things. And then going back uptown, this is draw the crowd back up there. But it wasn't working. Yeah. Because we had guys like Tony Wilson coming down to the Reno and checking out how we do things and stuff like that. And then he opened up the hacienda. Yeah. And carried more or less like the same thing there, but on a different level. Yeah. So it's more or less like the Reno was more like
Family,
the school.
weren't we? It was like family.
Yeah, it was a school. Yeah.
Yeah, but ours
But-
was definitely like a...
We all grew
Don't
up.
forget. Having said that, me as a black guy, I had my friends were half caste,
Yeah.
Mixed race.
and it were well, we can use that term.
I say
that was
half
dead.
caste Myra.
That was
Half
dead.
caste I was
Yeah.
40. Do you know?
I've always hated that word anyway.
I had Jamaican friends.
Yeah,
Now, some of them didn't like the idea of me walking with mixed race people.
right.
Yeah.
But the thing is, most of them guys were here in this country before me as Jamaican guys. But it was just like, but perhaps their schooling back in their country weren't the same as mine.
Yeah.
They weren't like trained to adapt to, but they didn't. Most of the guys I was with.
Where are you from, so?
I'm from Barbados.
Okay, yeah, I can hear
So
it.
it's a
Yeah.
different temperament.
Yeah, no, different countries altogether.
Right. So I gelled in with half caste. They got to like my way of doing things. We all have a laugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, and to be honest with you, I even met mixed race guys, I just call it today, that would talk to me concerning their attitude towards
Black guy.
other black guys that didn't come forward to the way that I did.
Yeah. So what would the black guys say then? What did you Jamaicans you saying
Well, they
about?
couldn't say anything.
No, but you're saying that they didn't like you mixing with.
How did
they word
say
it?
things?
Mixed breeds, man.
Yeah, they would say things like,
Yeah.
Jamaican got this kind of temperament where there's a high temperament thing with them all the time. Oh, you don't like it. Most of it is shit. It's bullshit. If
My
you
dad's
feel it-
Jamaican. Yeah.
What I'm saying is this I'm not
No,
kicking
no,
down your butt. I'm just saying
I'm not.
that was the thing of the day.
Yeah,
It's all ironed out now.
yeah.
But then, but look,
That's how it was.
But didn't most of them have white women though?
but it doesn't matter. It was just a two-faced thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I say,
Yeah,
in the Caribbean, it's a two-faced thing with most people.
yeah.
It's just that happened that, well, coming from some of the big islands always try to hold down the small
Well, they
islands.
didn't have their mixed race children yet, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
that's
were
right.
all
Not there.
black
So don't forget,
women, not had
don't
a
forget
child
this.
yet.
We had,
Yeah, true.
it was a small proportion of black guys
Mm.
on the scene in those days.
No, true.
It wasn't like it is today.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you had to mind your P's and Q's here. Yeah?
No,
And-
tell me what you mean more.
Well, you have a bunch of guys come from Jamaica, a bunch of guys come from Trinidad. They class themselves as the hierarchy of the West Indians.
Yeah.
They come from a big island.
Oh yes.
But
Yeah.
some of them forgot. There's a status here too, because if your education don't tell you what the people call for in this country here, you're gonna have problems.
Yeah.
And that was what happened to most of the guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they come along with this attitude they brought from back home, and they want to be boisterous and showing off and
Yeah.
being like, dickheads more or less. Like, But I pay attention to what was happening around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I won't say I got rich or anything like that. What I'm saying is I more or less like
Lived an alright
live a good life with
didn't
the people that was around me. I didn't
Yeah.
carry no malice for anybody, of
No.
course, anyone to
And no one
Okay,
had
but
any
fire
malice
against
for
me.
us, did they? You know what I
no.
mean? That's what I mean down there. When
Yeah.
I used to walk down that stair, never got in.
Lottie on the door.
No.
Lottie, if Lottie was about 10 years younger, or say
Yeah.
for instance 15 years younger, he probably would remember a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I would go into Reno, and most of the time, Lottie don't even smile with no one
No.
going in the Reno.
No, it's
And with
true.
me, I'm not saying because it's me, but what I'm saying is, I had that understanding, even with Cola.
Yeah.
She tell you today.
Mm.
Cola is my friend, more or less, yeah?
Yeah.
And with that, I'm going on the Reno. He used to call me runner,
Yeah.
because I used to do snatches, I snatched someone in the book his money and then. So, even on the Reno door,
Yeah.
one night, one guy came to the Reno, and he was there. He tried to get his girlfriend of this so-called girl that he thinks is his girlfriend. So he wants to pay for her to come down to Reno. Lottie said to him, £5.
£5
Yeah.
in them days.
Oh,
When he sees money, he wants money, yeah?
Yeah.
So he says, £5. The guy opened up this, in those days, you had landlords coming out to the clubs with the rent book. Friday nights, they got the fucking rent book. They got the money, the names of the people who were going to take the rent from.
Yeah.
But what they do is they got the money, what they collected also in the rent.
Yeah,
You understand? This
yeah.
guy comes along,
Yeah.
opens up his fucking rent book to get this girl to go in with him.
Oh, right.
He should never have done that.
Never thought it
He
through.
opened up the fucking book Who was there? Me. I saw the fucking money. Thank you, sir. Run away. Like this is to me next. About an hour later on, I came back and got this to me. Run now. Yeah. Here's your cut, Lottie. See ya. Don't stay.
No, one day he said to me, come on, babes, we lived in a little bed seat in Alec Road. Was that our very first flat, wasn't it? Was that our very first place?
No, we lived, yes.
It was?
No.
Alec Road.
We had one flat for about 2 days over in Stretford
Oh,
Road.
that was terrible. We ran away, left it. I even left my brand new double bed in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got this, so he had a fiver. Fiver was a lot of money.
No,
them days,
that's fine.
So he said, 5 Park Drive. We bought 5 Park Drive.
5 Park Drive.
Little £10 week. You know, we're out now. £5 we've got. So he said, come on, babes, we'll go in the Reno. So he took me down in the Reno. He says, I won't be a minute. I'm just going to have a look upstairs in the Nile. Well, he had another woman as well, you see. Well, she wasn't.
No, you can't tell me that.
So, but it's all coming out now. Yeah, no.
Hey, for those that don't know,
all of us know everything about you, Joe, man.
her name's Paula English. She's my baby mother. That's what I call her, my baby mother, because I didn't have no kids for my squabbers. Anyway, he said, come on, £5. So anyway, gets down there, buys me a drink. He says, I'm just going upstairs, baby. He said, I won't be a minute. I said, all right. Because I'm there doing my little 1, 2, 1, 2. And next thing you know, we come downstairs. Apparently somebody was there looking for a girl. He says, I'll get you a girl. So the guy had a fan of money like that. Sobers just took it off him, ran around the back alleyway there by the Nile, ran around there, took off his coat, took off his hat, and come walking around. The guy still stood there like that. Because you know the white guys always just say, oh, black man look alive. Yeah. Hey, we had a ball that night. You bought everyone a drink that night, didn't you, love? Hey,
Lottie again, got his chair.
Yeah.
Lottie, be up there, mate.
The door on your escape.
Yeah, but I never got in free. You always had to pay $10 for me, didn't you?
I think, but he charged some of the guys, if he's got an attitude, he charged the girl, he charged you £5, if not £2, or if not.
Yeah, he didn't like attitude, Lassie.
No, he didn't like
he's
a very serious.
Very serious guy,
Very serious. All the old African guys were very
even
serious.
some people, he says something, he say, listen, you can't come in. This is why. Because this is my place. He said that to all the people. He says, this is my place.
Yeah.
And you can't come in. If I say you can't come in, you don't come through the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the story you told the other day about him having the license, that's true.
That is a fact.
Because like you said, Phil was a
Fucking
criminal.
no, man.
He was a criminal because he got done for illegal drinking and things like this. Because, you know, sometimes they wouldn't let him renew his license.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but he used to still open and sell it under the counter, you know what I mean?
But it was like Morecambe and Wise or something. There was a double act, wasn't there? Do you know what I mean? There had to be the two of them, didn't there?
The double act,
definitely.
I used to love going down there. The mixed race guys with afros to kill. Afros, they were out.
Myra,
and I tell you, not one hair was out of shape. They would afro flow me. And they would tap it down.
There's a guy called Steve Moore.
Yes, Steve
Moore. Remember Steve Moore?
No, go on. I'm rubbish with names.
He went to London. I seen him on one of the pictures you put up.
Right.
And Graham and Dave Brennan was there as well.
Right.
They had a clique of guys who were like they were more or less like a selected crowd. Yeah. But that crowd was selected by Frank Pereira.
Oh, yeah. Our king.
Yes.
King Frank.
He put himself in a position where he
thought it was.
He had like a you would call us an assembly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, celebrates not the whole place of the structure.
Yeah, so what?
Didn't it?
We all had our own little place where we used to like standing.
Frank so happened to have a house at the back of my mother's house in Longside.
Yeah.
Basildon Close.
Right.
And they all come out in the daytime and do what they do and strap their stuff, as they call it. And then they will all meet back at Basildon Close.
Yeah.
Now, Bancroft, who's West Brown's dad, he lived in the other street. So he had three streets. He had my mother here. He had
Yeah.
Basildon Close, which is Frank Pereira, and after that was Bancroft, who was
Yeah.
best bounce there.
No,
No, this is alongside.
Oh.
And I would come from Stockport Road in, stop at Bancroft's house, en route to my mom's house.
Yeah.
And through doing so, I'd walk past Basildon Close, which was Frank Pereira's house.
Yeah.
And I would hear all the gossip. Yeah. And I would eavesdrop.
Yeah.
And if I get caught, I say, what happened, boss? To someone there, you know. You would have Dave Brennan. He was the loudest voice in the house. You had Ozzy Sadie. You'll have John Pereira, who would grow.
All the big
he would grow now and again. And then shut up. Yeah. And then you'll have, what's that guy there called? There was a white guy called Pete Brown used to go there as well, you know.
Pete Brown.
Pete Brown used to always be in Reno.
I don't know if I remember.
He was always
to see a picture.
Pete Brown was a white guy. He used to hang up with Pearl Brown and all them out there. Pete Brown.
Oh,
Pete Brown, man.
I know what you mean. I didn't get his second name. I know what you mean now. Did you small and down? Slim and down?
No. Pete Brown was the guy who always shouting in the yard. He go on, Persian. Go on, Pete Brown, man. Yeah. But he used to go to Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we all like talking shit and, you know, talking about the work they do and all kind of stuff like that. But that was then, you know what I mean?
But you was well positioned there for sobers, weren't you?
Yeah.
You know, like to pass by to your mums and get the gossip.
I used to get all the gossip. I used to hear you say things and all that.
No, some certain people didn't like him, but they still had to love him because of his character and the way he is. Because Sobers is like a Richard Pryor sometimes when he gets going. He goes on like Richard. He does.
I'm a fun guy. If I go out with friends and stuff like that, I don't want to go out and just sit down and suck my drink and just get pissed.
Well, that's what people say about us, don't they? Look,
they go out there and bring the crowd together, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
They always say, "How come you and Sobers are still together?" And I always say, because it makes me laugh.
I've done all that in the past.
We've been through it all. Good.
Done a lot of shit, man.
Don't want another 2 F off in the morning. But we're all right in the evening, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing new.
Yeah. It's not easy to share your life. It's not easy to share your life for all them years.
No, you got to put on record how many years, please.
Yeah.
I need to hear it.
It's got to be 50 years.
It's 43 years.
Wow.
This Christmas.
That's right.
Yeah.
43
years this Christmas.
Oh.
And he still makes me laugh.
Really?
Yeah.
Good to know.
Because even when I was in the Reno, we used to say, "Come on, babe."
But she wants to
Let's
dance.
have a dance.
She wants to dance to every record that
I want to dance to every record.
I'm like that,
I love it.
Once
I
I'm
can't
up.
dance, but I like to dance.
Once
Honestly,
I'm up, I can't sit down.
Yeah, you want to, you want to.
Yeah.
I started off with stilettos like that. I used to end up that big. I was always dancing on the floor. And he'd always say to me, "Come on, then, let's have it." So I'll be there giving it loads, dancing and all that lot, you know. And then he'd say, "Right, on 3, do a turn." On 3, I'd do a turn for Miss Silvers and get back into it. Hey, I tell you, we had some good times. Really, some laughs. Hey, that's why I said when you do excavate it, you do dig it up. I've always said, you find a 10 bob note
everybody's
and a
on the
pair of
same
stilettos. And a pair of stilettos, the most probably mine, because Cheatham Mill used to come down then and try and see if they could bully us, you know. One day they walked in, poor chips. Me and Annette just legged it in the toilet. And there was only one toilet in the Reno, I remember, for hundreds of people.
Yeah, for hundreds of women, Yeah,
there was only one toilet. Me and Annette barricaded ourselves in there while everyone was getting beat up by baseball bats, because that's when the war was on with Cheatham Mill and all that lot. But that was later on. That wasn't the early stages, was it?
Yeah.
Sort of like going towards, not the end, sort of like going towards the middle. Because the early stages...
I would say it's towards
towards
the
end.
Would you thought it was towards the end?
Yeah, definitely.
Around about the middle.
Yeah.
No, I would have said it was towards the end.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because none of us real family ones went after that.
It was in the 80s when they started.
Yeah. Well, you know me. Years come like weeks to me. Say, last week they got it second. Oh, that was last year.
Yeah.
Ed comes and goes now since I've turned 60. Yeah. We used to have some laughs down there though, didn't we? Yeah. That's why. Yeah. I remember this girl say it. I said, there's this girl and we're dancing. It was like, because sometimes it was like sardines and
Oh,
tins in there.
absolutely.
Saturday night,
You'd be
God.
sweating.
Christmas,
Yeah.
New Year's.
I wanted my eyeliner used to be right down
Yeah,
my cheeks,
yeah.
but I didn't know because I wasn't looking in the mirror. I was just on the dance floor all night, you know what I mean? Unless someone told me. We used to sweat down there. So I said to this girl, come on, babe, we've all paid 10 bob in. Because she was nudging me,
Yeah.
you know, white girl. Nudging me, you know. We used to call the black girls Bessies then. As they always used to say, we're taking their men, you know.
That was one of Chip's ideas.
Yeah, that was one of Chip's
burning
ideas,
the
Bessie.
girls back at the nice, having a nice coat, and Chip coming with a cigarette.
No, she used to burn them.
And burn your coat.
You know, if you stood there in front of her, she'd light a cigarette or a flip and she'd hold it there and you get home and you don't know all in your dress. Yeah. Just so you would never go back in that corner again, you know.
Yeah.
Chad's got cheeky with Annette once. Oh my God, Annette just held her up in the corner.
She
said, there's no Bessies in this corner. Well, you know.
Did she?
Yeah.
She said this to...
She said it, yeah, but she's dancing and she went, no Bessies in this corner. Annette looked at her, she went, you referring to me? Oh. So she said, well, you know, if the cat fits, you know. Well, Annette grabbed her up, man, that was it. She wanted to be Annette's best friend after that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love Chips.
Oh, no,
I loved her, I loved her to death. We all had our ways. We all had our ways.
No,
I love Frank Pereira.
Yeah.
I love Frank Pereira to pieces. I love him, man.
Yeah.
Every time I meet up with him, and it's very rare we do these days, it's usually at a funeral that we meet up these days.
I haven't seen him for quite a while.
But,
he's another person.
We've got our picture there from the first reunion. Innit, love? That's me here outside, and she was going in. Oh God, it was like the red carpet.
So get it down.
Yeah, get it down.
Yeah,
go on camera. I've got loads of Aussie Sadie and everything at the first reunion.
Oh, I needed that. Have you got a note before I leave? Give me a picture of you two first together, and I'll bring it back to scan it. Go on, put it onto. Oh, Wednesday.
That was the first reunion.
I think that was the very first one.
Yeah, very first reunion.
I got it.
You got it.
I can scan it in. Yeah. If I'm taking that one, just put it on the couch sofa and I'll bring it.
Scan it in.
I'll scan it in when I go.
Yeah.
When I go home, I can scan it in.
Might need a bit of a dust because I've cleaned up for a couple of days because I've been rather busy.
And then I'll bring it back.
Yeah. So I don't know. Do you want it open?
Yes. So we all know who we are, though, don't we? And we all knew each other's ways, didn't we?
So I was telling you about this girl.
Go on.
Because we didn't half used to have to get up in some mix up in there, you know. So she's bouncing me. So I said, oh, come on. We've got to pay 10 bob to get in. No, give us a bit of room. I like to dance too. You told me to say that. There's written, it was Bailey's. She threw it in my face. Well, I couldn't see. Well, I've got Annette, Millicent, Teresa, Denise, me and Marie are the only two white girls. Because all my friends was all mainly black girls. So all of a sudden, Sobers stood there. All the black girls had took off the wigs, because that's what they used to do, didn't they, before anyone else? They all went, rip it off, give it to Sobers, give it the coat. In the meantime, I'm in the toilet now. I want to kill this girl, but I can't see because I've got all Baileys in. I've got all my makeup mashed up. So I went in the toilet now, wiping my face. Come out, the fight was done and dusted. The girl was broken up going through the front door. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He stood there with all the wigs and that.
All I done was just make double sure that nothing go wrong.
Make sure she was getting beat up instead of one of us.
Just referee everything, you know.
Oh, God.
It's fucking mad in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's funny, but still, life goes on.
You know, used to have Lies. Lies.
God bless her. Big
mixed race girl, God rest her soul. She's gone.
Yeah, she.
What was the friend now who had the white girl who was with, hang around with Carol? Carol
Brennan.
Used to be with Ozzy. No. Used to be with Ozzy Sadie. Carol.
I forgot her second name.
I forgot her second name. She works at the hospital. Because Lois passed away, her friend, but they also did the white girl. Who used to go with Snowy. What was her name?
Lois moved to London at one point, didn't she?
Oh, yeah, that's where she passed.
Yeah.
But the funeral was down here.
Do you remember Big Tina?
Oh, I used to go for Condoms for Herbalist on Lloyd Street.
Yeah.
Big Tina, I knew Big Tina. Yeah,
Mixed race, is she?
Yeah,
Big Tina.
She used to do Van
Street. It was Italian Rose. Italian Rose would have a cigarette in her mouth. The ash, it'd be that long. And her husband was called Derek. So she come here as a stowaway, you know. She was only 13 when she came on a dip.
She got ill,
and she ended up with Alzheimer's, God bless her. But she was old now. One of the old timers. When it was something like 10 bob, you know. And she used to stand in the window all the time. But anyway, she used to come in down the Reno and everywhere, you know. You see my fucking daddy?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Italian Rose, man. Proper Italian girl. You see my fucking daddy? When he was messing around with this other girl who's, God rest her soul, as well, called Lee Young. She was half Chinese. She's like, you see my fucking daddy?
White.
Yeah. You see my fucking daddy? He with that fucking Chinese woman with no fucking socks on his feet because he had a little bit of issue, Derek. You know, he had issues, mental issues. And she's going mad now because he's gone out with no socks on his feet. He's gone to see this other working girl to go and get her money. But yeah, it's true. We all used to, and there was 2 white girls, Big Denise and Little Denise. Yeah, and we used to go and get theirs. Go and get theirs. They used to live by the hairdresser shop there. There's a gay guy there who used to have the hairdresser shop and everything. Yeah.
There was one on Westwood Street when we was kids as well. And she used to hustle with her daughter on a shopping trolley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, that's
terrible. Man, that's wrong, that.
Was she a
mixed race?
Oh, mixed race.
Older than
I knew a white woman who used to do that on Alec Road. Yeah, with a little girl and she was a fattish woman.
Yeah.
Short blonde hair she had, yeah.
Yeah, this was on Westwood Street there, you know, like you're saying, by the side of the park, whatever that street was where Rose used to be.
Then?
I don't know, I don't heard about that.
She didn't do it all the time. I think she, when she was just a bit broke. Yeah. You know, like she used to just, with a shopping trolley though when her kids.
No, but what kind? Disgusting as well to let that have to do that.
That's what I was just about to say. What kind of man is that?
Yeah.
That pulled up.
They're sick as well.
What kind of a mother is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think she was a full shilling, Myra.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know, she was one of them, people just see her. Yeah, exactly. That's what I remember thinking, even as a kid, that man's disgraceful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? A lot of children was abused them days because they never got listened to, did they? You know what I mean?
It wasn't even that you didn't get listened to. It just seemed to be what they did. It just seemed to be part of the culture.
Yeah. But you know what? This is why I love my parents so much, and if it could happen, like when I die, and if we could all become reborn again, I'd pick exactly the same 2 parents over again. I would, because they struggled in here. I mean, like I said before, my dad was like half a daily in his ways, but he was a stepson son in the backyard.
Yeah.
Well, my dad was a receiver of stolen goods.
So
it used to be floorboards, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was these racing bikes went missing.
Yeah.
So my dad put them underneath the floorboards. Oh, the police used to turf the 6 of us out of the bed because it was me, my 3 brothers, and my 2 sisters.
Yeah.
And he used to we'd all be on the landing while the police were searching.
Wow.
My dad would go through the hole,
the loft,
into Louis Huff's house.
Yeah,
he'd
they're
be
all
sat
connected,
there.
Aren't they?
Well, he was there, but they're not now. Because I've been up there.
Yeah.
And anyway, my dad would be there in Louis Huff's, or he'd be in the cubby hole here with all the coats. Because them days, they never used to search it. They'd search up and all that lot.
Yeah.
And they had to, we know Triggers Adam, you know. Mrs. Trigg. We know Triggers Adam. And my mum said, I don't know what you're bloody talking about. He's not bringing anything in my pissing house, you know. Because he'd bring it through the front door. My mum would kick it out through the back door. But once he got all these coloured televisions.
Right.
So it's called, what's it called? Crime Watch now.
Yeah.
Oh, never. Was he on
when we were kids, it was called Police 5.
Police 5,
yeah.
Right.
So my dad's got it because we had black and white television.
Yeah.
So we're all sat there watching the telly. My dad come in, this big mahogany coloured television.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, kids," in his deep Welsh voice, "let me unplug this." So he unplugged the black and white, because we always had the telly there. He put this big we're all sat there. The 6 of us are sat there. Dad used to sit there, my mummy and we'd all be on the settee. Don't ask me how 6 of us fit. But I used to always sit on my dad's knee or on the floor and watch telly anyway, right beside my dad's foot, always beside my father. And so the programme come on. So the programme's going on, showing us this show. And all of a sudden, the telly come on the telly. It was only the Lord Mayor's television of Manchester. My dad went like that, because my dad always had a cigar. He was a chain smoker, my father loved cigars. He had his cigar, he said, Jesus Christ, kids, he said. Closed it down, put the black and white back, ran over to Bluffs. He said, Mr. Bruff, big, this man was such a big man, Jamaican man, lived there, used to rent rooms. Yeah. My dad said, Bruff, I'm putting this in your area, Shirley. He said, it's all right, Tree, all right. 'Cause they all loved me dad. They all loved me dad. Yeah, they all loved him. Yeah, we had all sorts in this house. Oh my God.
How did he get the Lord Mayor's telly?
Someone had broken into his house. So he brought the telly to my dad to sell the telly, because then he was selling colour tellies for like 400 or 500 quid. They just come out. Oh, it was top money. And my dad would say, well, listen, I only got 250 for it. But he didn't. He got about 3 ton or 4 ton for it. He was a bastard, man. So they knew one day we went to Wales and they fucking robbed us. We didn't have nothing, we didn't have nothing in it. They took our black and white telly, the bastard. We know who it was, because it was the same boys who used to come in all the time. He was always knocking on the door saying, I've got this. It used to be like what was it called, that television place?
DER.
We'd have about 5 colour televisions on.
Rumbelows.
Rumbelows, Cromwell Street's Rumbelows.
Honest to God, we used to go through some things in this house.
It's about 120.
Yeah. We used to, what time do I have to go?
I don't know.
Let me see.
That's what I really wanted to be doing.
You know, get a little shot together.
The age thing right
He's
now.
a qualified chef now, man.
Are you qualified now?
He's a qualified chef. He went to college for 3 years.
The age thing right now is like...
you say, look, he can't change his spots, but he sure hasn't, you babe.
I'm 62 right now.
Yeah, well, the bones are sieged up.
Yeah.
So what's stopping you sobers then?
The money situation, you know, like...
Retirement is coming up for me right soon. I can't be working until I'm being 75.
You've got 3 more years.
75 and all that kind of business. It takes 3 years.
Well, you could.
It takes 2 years to see any profit.
Yeah, it does.
Whatever you got now to put into anything, you're going to take you 2 years.
There on Clement.
You're going to invest what you got there. You're going to see, you ain't going to have nothing until another 2 or 3 years. By that time now, you know what I'm saying?
You'll only be 2 years older though.
I agree with that still, but you know.
Well, tell me what your dream would be then. Tell me what
my
would
dream
you be
right now?
Yeah.
Well, my dream right now would be I want to be retired, to have something I can say that retire and have something substantial, but I can't see that really happening to no big extent right now.
No, but what you dream with your chef thing, what would you do with it? What would you like to do if you could? If say I had so much money to give you now to start, what would you like to start?
Like I said, today you've got guys who are just going into having a little takeaway.
A little takeaway.
At my age, a takeaway could only be the thing for me.
Yeah.
I can't be running a restaurant at my age. It's not impossible, but it's a lot of stress, really. I don't want to be stressed out. I don't want to be stressed out right now.
Yeah, no stress.
There's some stress.
Listen, right now, I've got to go to United, not this Saturday coming, next Saturday, after this Saturday coming, and working at United. That is stress. Because when you find more than 2 chefs in the kitchen, you know you got to work with your hands.
Yeah.
Because everyone has got a section what they got to cover. And the dishes are coming like, for instance, I'd be doing, say, I'm on starters. Yeah. And the starters, now, you're talking about starters. There could be 5 starters. Yeah. And you're on that particular 5 starters. And at the same time, you could have 10 people calling for every starter that's there. Yeah.
So you're at United, what do you mean? Tell me what you mean.
Well, I do fine dining at United.
Oh, at United Football pitch?
Football, yeah.
Yeah.
But I work at City as well. So when I work at City grounds, it's like, this your pizza, run the middle, you know. But at United, they don't take shit there. You have to be on the ball here. Yeah. You know, for you to get there, you have to be either know what you're doing or got a rifle data. If you've got a picture of what you're doing, you can put that picture together. Yeah. We don't have to come and tell you got it wrong. Because look, you got a picture there. How you get it wrong? You got a picture there.
But Sobers, you're still under the same stress for someone else to make money.
But I can know what it is with me is I'm a qualified chef. Yeah. So if you give me a picture, it's a dollar. I don't have to look at that picture once.
No, I know that. What I'm saying is, you're working in United and Manchester City for other people under the same stress.
Well, no, I'm not stressed. But I'm not stressed.
Oh, okay.
I'm not stressed there.
Yeah.
If I have to do it myself, no.
Okay.
I have to do it for myself in the restaurant.
Particular job,
it's just like I have to show people all the time.
Yeah.
I've got to make sure that it's because I'm gonna have health and safety come in every fucking week.
Yeah, there's all the rest of it, all the business side.
My last job, I worked for 7 years.
Right.
In a hotel. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like when I work there, it's only one chef in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You're in charge of everything.
Yeah.
The paperwork, man, that is fucking stressful.
Yeah, no, okay.
So
you need all the staff as well to start your business. You need all that additional
one man not put his weight.
Yeah.
It's down to you.
Yeah.
What you? So when you start being rough on people,
yeah,
it's an instant dislike here.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck because I'm doing my job. And for me to do my job, if I gotta be disrespectful to you, well, that's my job.
Yeah.
If you take it as being disrespectful, but who caused that? Not me, you did. Because if you supposed to have the kitchen spotless and you didn't,
yeah,
you know, and I'm saying to you, but okay, but you know how the people are gonna come in here, they're gonna tear me apart, and they're gonna if we supposed to have at least 7 points. That simply means that you get 7 points. You don't get prosecuted for anything. If you get more than 7 points,
okay,
you're allowed 7 points.
7 points of 7 things wrong.
Yeah, 7 things you got wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
It depends on the size of your building. Here.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, if you get those 7 things wrong, let's say they allow you 4 things wrong.
Yeah.
And you get 5 wrong. Well, there's a fine here.
Yeah.
Now, and the fine could be £1,000, depending on what it is.
But it's a good thing from us from the other side, though. You like to think that you're eating somewhere where it's clean.
Some firms demand you pay that money.
I think we do well if we have a takeaway. We used to have a chippy, you know, the first English chippy. I remember it next to Mr. Khan.
Yeah.
We used to have that, and then when City Football Ground closed down, a lot of the local places went down.
Yeah.
So we went down, and the place started falling apart around us.
Yeah.
Then we found that we was putting our own hand in our own till.
Yeah.
Where we shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We should have been using the profits to do all that. But it wasn't our building. We were just leasing it.
When you've got all the ingredients.
We were doing well.
See, when I'm at United, and I've got all the ingredients there, I'm fucking laughing here.
Yeah.
Because I know it's a ton of this.
It's always in the kitchen.
But when you got chefs that's been sent in, that you got to fucking talk about. Got to show him this. Got to show him that. I don't want it here.
Yeah.
And I tell them. Some of the chefs don't.
Yeah.
They prefer to tell you. I don't. I said I don't want it here. I don't want to be fucking stressed out. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Well, now. At United, we I don't always go and fry dining. Sometimes we do fish and chips, but we don't just do fish and chips as per se. We do fish and chips classic on a board rather than on a plate. Yeah. It's not a big thing. That's even easier for me. But sometimes some guys get it wrong.
Yeah.
I don't want you here. Fuck off. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the reason why, you know. But yeah, other than that, my job is nice when I know that I can do it the right way. And if it gets, I will give it to someone. I prefer to work with someone who's going to give me exactly what I want to work with.
Yeah.
Better than fucking about.
How long did you have the chippy then?
Yeah, for a couple of years. But you see, things change.
About 3 years, wasn't it?
Yeah, but City was more or less like football. They had a sandwich bar.
They were sort of like coming to the ends.
Yeah.
You know,
they had a sandwich shop. They had a sandwich shop on Lloyd Street.
Yeah.
The players themselves. Used to come there and buy it in person. Used to come and buy them sandwiches. Now things changed. They build stadiums now they're doing catering.
Yeah, and it's got all its own thing inside.
Yeah, and if you go to the City, it's like a fucking football match with burgers.
Yeah.
It's the same with United too, but you don't see it that way. It's a much bigger, it's a fuck off place. But at City, people will flock there to be chefs or do things because everything is done on a different scale here.
Another group.
No, I'm all right.
You can be an agency might send you there and they just want the money. They just send it they want it. Yeah.
So was cooking always your thing then? So did you always like
always?
Yeah.
From the time I met him, always been in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I don't like to overface anyone with anything. That's why I don't like to cook in big portions. Because
If he wasn't here now, he'd be in that kitchen.
but right now, I got a lamb to put in.
Yeah, he's got a leg of lamb there to cure. We're having a full English today.
If he weren't here, I would have been seasoning up my lamb.
Yeah. He always does the cooking.
But I don't like, to be honest with you, I don't like working for people.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
I don't.
I know that one. I don't like it either.
But I see employment right now. I came into employment very late. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I was on the street for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And as they get older,
you
have to change your ways.
Yeah.
If you don't change your ways, you just go to nothing.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do is to keep myself in shape, or for instance, keep myself taken over. I look for employment. Yeah. So that's the way out for me, really. Yeah.
So how long ago did you get your chef license?
7 years.
Mum's been gone 7 years. This January, and he had it before she passed. So it's about 8 years.
Well,
About 8 years.
Yeah. So around 50 you started thinking you had to change your ways.
Yeah. Well, see, everything I'd done really through.
Yeah.
Everything I'd done concerning chefing was like fast tracking. I think guys when I started at college, young, you're not interested in fucking missing out on an assessment. Because you got years ahead of them. Yeah. You got years to catch up.
Yeah, no, true.
But I got to hurry up with this thing. So rather than doing the 3 years.
Yeah.
I said, okay then, I've done 1 and 2.
I didn't think I'd ever see him go
when I've done,
because they call us Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, when I've done 1 and 2.
No, it's true. To me,
his son Eugene calls us Bonnie and Clyde.
Why is doing 2? I use my head. I said to the tutors, look, I got to be doing 3 next year.
Yeah.
Why can't I come in and get an assessment on one of your classes and speed up my, considering that these guys are all teenagers as such. Yeah. They said, well, let's have a word with the principal, and I said, okay. So why? Yeah. I said, you know.
But that's why we don't like bosses. It's all these rules, all these things.
Look, you're not being told what to do. It's a different thing being asked
I'll tell you one thing what happened to me. When I first, before I went to college or anything like that, I decided, okay, let me get into cooking first before I go to any college or anything. So I went to the door, as you do, and they said to you, okay, you can look for some jobs. Yeah. But at that time, the system was geared towards we ourselves, as supervisors, whatever you call it, we can't actually phone the employer for you. You've got to do that yourself. Yeah. So look, that system don't say nothing to me. So how the hell I'm going to get employment? Suppose they don't like the way I speak.
Yeah, true enough, because your accent is immediately, and knowing it's got things attached to it. I could sound intimidating to these people. I could sound intimidating to some people the way I speak. No, it's true.
Yeah, the symbol of okay, I'm going to take a chance on you. I'm going to phone this place in Charlton and tell them that you are very interested. So you phone them. It's okay then. I went down there, started talking to the lady. She says to me, by the way, you from Barbados? I said, yes. She says, funny enough, my parents live in Barbados. Like we've got. I said, okay. So what are you telling me? All I want to know is, am I going to be employed or not going to be employed? Yeah. I don't want to hear no spiel. I'm not in those words. I didn't say to her in this word. Yeah. I just want to get to the point. I don't want to hear all the bullshit. Yeah. She think that's why I want to listen. I don't want to hear that. You're going to give me the job or are you going to give me the job? And she settled down and she gave me the job. And I said, right, I'm employed here now. I went back to the dog office and I said to the guy, I said, listen, now the system that worked for me is supposed to be working for other people. Why is that not the case? He said to me, okay, the government legislation don't allow this to be taking place. You've got to go and look at employment. I said, but you're going to have a lot of people unemployed because of your system. But at the time, it was more like, another system that in place was, you get employment, the government will give the employer £1,000.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you, the employee, will receive £250.
Yeah.
So I got employed.
There was all sorts of scams, wasn't
all
there?
kind of shit going on.
All kinds
at first,
of scams, yeah.
for you to qualify for this, and for you to be serious in what you're supposed to be qualified for, you've got to do a mock test.
Yeah.
With the English and a bit of different shit stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you're stupid, you know? I've done all of that. So, okay, I'm eligible now to go ahead and look for employment.
That's every single
all kind of stupid. Yeah. But I went through it. I went through with it because it was depressing and all that kind of shit, but I done it because that's what they called for. But as I said, sometimes the government don't get it right. Yeah, but they don't want to admit that they don't get it fucking right. So, like right now, you consider...
Because I left school with no qualifications, no nothing. I left school at the age of 15. We had to. Yeah. We had to bring money in the house. We had to help mum and dad. Yeah. My first week's wages was £7.50.
Yeah.
Mum let me keep my very first week wages. Out of that, I bought 2 dresses and a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my mum, after that, my mum used to take £5. I used to only have £2.50.
Yeah.
I used to work 5 days a week. Yeah, you could step out of one job into the next. Yeah. It wasn't as hard as it was then. That's why we always say the good old days.
Yeah.
Because we did struggle. Nobody said we're not struggled. There was kids going out hungry and things like that.
Yeah.
But there was the good old days because everyone had dealt. If we didn't have no sugar, you could knock on next door and ask for some sugar. Now you don't even know your next door neighbour.
No, it's true, Myra.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean? They could live there for 10 years and you don't even know them.
You don't even see kids play out on the street.
You don't even... No, I won't allow my kids to play on these streets because I'm too scared. Because it's only, last year where a boy just got stabbed there in the middle block.
Wow.
They did...
Apparently there's about X amount of guys got arrested for that.
Yes, apparently the other day. So, yeah.
So we don't really know.
So he plays out in the back now because it's all fenced off there now. It's not the old cobbles like it used to be. There's flags now out there.
Oh, out the back.
Out the very back. Yeah, the entry.
Yeah.
Well, it used to be cobbles. It used to be cobbles out there. Yeah. And then
we got gates on both sides of the place.
We've got gates at the very end, so the kids can play out there because it's all tiled out and everything.
Yeah, it's not like
it
used to be.
Because
actually, we're
bringing up a grandson.
We've had a few birthday bashes here.
Oh, we've had loads of we had one the other day. They pulled down my mantelpiece. I couldn't believe it.
We've had one last year.
My Ronnie is 17. My granddaughter.
At the top gate that's locked. We opened this gate here, and let a few people in. And what took place was they had a crowd of people in the street here. About the whole street was like. I say about 200 people in the street. There was a lot of people.
But she had the barbecue.
Yeah. There was about 200 people in the actual passageway here.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not lying here. This is a lot of people, you know.
I didn't even know that. She just said
a lot of shit could have taken place.
About a barbecue.
And a lot of shit did take place.
Yeah, they tried to 2 taxi drivers.
It was kind of like, I went to the shops at one point.
And one was my next door neighbour.
I realised that the shopkeeper is telling me that, you know what, there was a party going on such and such a night. And these guys came in the shop trying to move out some stuff from the shop.
You see how
but what took place was, at the time, the one who was telling me this now, the shopkeeper, he weren't in the shop at the time. When this took place.
He weren't.
He was at another shop.
Oh, okay.
Are you talking over there?
But the thing is, though, Sobers man, at one time we would have been the thieves.
But he's trying to say.
So what can we say? Well, you know what I mean? This is just
trying to get
proof that we've got old.
I know, and we're saying what our parents.
Yeah, no, exactly.
What I've been trying to say. You know what I mean? Because I got caught at Bob and Ida's nicking a bucket of crisps.
Well, what I'm trying to say is, if this was back in the day, now this would not a trouble to place because he was actually intending to call the council.
The police.
Yeah.
No, the council.
All right.
The police didn't come that night.
You
see, what his complaint is to the council. No one reported anything happened.
Yeah.
He just wanted to make sure that his shop didn't get robbed.
Yeah.
I know you've got to go in a minute, right? So I just want to put on record something. Myra, that you was born in this house. Go on, tell the story. You was born in, and you sleep on the bed that...
Right. I was born in this house and I was born in the front room. which we still call it the parlour.
Yeah.
Even though I've had to turn it into my bedroom now because I'm raising my grandchildren, so I've had to give my granddaughter my mother's bedroom, and then it became my bedroom when Mum passed away 7 years ago. Anyway, I sleep on a bed in that room there now, and if we can get the camera to travel, we could even go and have a look at it.
I'll undo it in a minute and take a picture of it. Go on.
I've got 3 brothers and 2 sisters, and we was all conceived on that bed.
Really?
But me, really, and me and my little sister was born on it. Yeah,
Wow.
And that was 60 years ago.
And your mum was born in the next street.
My mum was born in the next street, Rockfield Road. The second house from the end. This is my beautiful granddaughter coming in now.
Enter. Go in the bag and find your keys. You'll find them in your bag. It's pretty simple.
I don't have a bag. I'm keeping my pocket, but I don't know how.
They're in your pocket. Where's that then?
Alright.
You'll see in a minute.
Okay.
Alright.
Fair enough. See what we're going to put up with. All this mumbo jumbo.
I know at this stage, though, sober.
This is it, you see.
Yeah.
Get to a certain age, they don't want to do things the right way.
Yeah.
So we make,
no, look, I've really got no hands for real. Look, how can I today? What's this?
Hello. Yeah, so we're filming about the Reno memorabilia.
you're on YouTube.
We're all being on it. We're all being on it. They're interviewing everybody.
What are you eating?
I've been telling you about it. Well, Grandad's going to get a roast dinner together when I'm supposed to be having him. So
You'll be eating roast tonight, though.
Yeah. You can have that.
I've not had no breakfast.
You can have
but
that.
But you took that macaroni pie, did you not?
Yeah, so
breakfast.
So I was actually born in the front room in this house, grew up in this house, raised my own child in this house.
And I came in as a visitor.
Yeah, in 73.
Now I'm raising my grandchildren in this house.
Wow.
And got attached.
Yeah, I got attached, yeah. No, when I first started going out with him, my dad wouldn't allow him to come to the house.
Really?
He said, I'm not having it, no, I'm not having it. So my big sister, who's called Pat, she said, look, Dad, you'll have to face it. Our Myra's not going to bring a white guy through this front door. She's not like me. She's not like Glennis. Myra likes black guys.
Yeah.
So let's meet the person. Let's meet the person who she's with, and then you'll get to see what it's like. So anyway, I said, my dad says, right, bring him in. Let me see what it's like. So I did. So I brought him in. Anyway, they got talking. Everything was nice. We sat there watching the black and white telly.
Wow.
So it was my turn now to go to his house.
Oh, right.
So when you walk in West Indian people's house, now I didn't know this because I'm English. I was waiting for Sophus to say, Myra, this is my mum. Mum, this is Myra. That's what I was waiting on. But when I got into this new house where he moved, where his parents moved in alongside, brand new, they moved into it out of the old house behind the Claremont Picture House. That's where he used to live
that was in the
when he first came to England. And I went in there, and his mum's in the cupboard. And I don't know, she's got a bum, in the cupboard. So I'm walking past this cupboard now, and I seen her, but I didn't know who she was or what. So I walked in, and his little sisters are giggling because he's brought his girlfriend home. Then all of a sudden they said to me, Earl wants you in the front room.
Yeah.
So I got up, I went in the front room, and I sat there on the settee next to him, and they've got all frills everywhere, black people's
Yeah.
all the frill business and all the crochet business. And
and the display cabinet.
Yeah.
And the gram.
And the stereogram. And the stereogram. Anyway, as I walked in now, there's only a coloured television.
Jesus.
And a telephone. They've got a house phone and a coloured television. Yeah. Well, we had nothing. So I came home and I said to my mum and dad, they're dead posh. They're dead posh. They live in a brand new house.
Yeah.
I said, they've got a telephone and they've got a coloured television. He's dead posh. Daddy's dead posh. So anyway, my dad let him in, seen him and everything. But then when we started courting, because he had to really properly court me, you know what I mean? I just couldn't just go out. He had to court.
Yeah.
He had to knock on the door and ask my dad. So I used to say to Sobers, make sure you come before 10 o'clock at night because my dad's not going to let me out.
Oh, yeah.
So he'd come now. You know black people time.
Yeah.
12 o'clock at night.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's
I'm all
really
dressed,
wrong,
makeup on, ready to go.
Yeah.
Reno, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the knock had come on the door, and I knew it. My dad would get up. He said, "Oh no sobers, no decent girl goes out at this time."
Oh,
I'd be on the landing because he sent me to bed now. I'm
Yeah.
a mother, you know.
Yeah.
I'm a mother.
Yeah.
But I'm only 18.
That don't matter to them.
That don't matter to me.
Yeah.
I'm stood on because I was 18 then. And I stood up on the stairs, and I used to be on top of the stairs. My dad would say, "No sobers, you can't come in, no decent girl goes out at this time. Come back tomorrow at a decent time." And I'd be on top of the stairs going, "You see what I mean? You've got to make him finish with me now." Yeah, and my dad used to say, "Yeah, finish with you?" He said, "Let me tell you, this girl, if he bloody loves you, he'll be busting him back tomorrow." And he did, didn't you, love?
And he was right, though. 43 years later, he was right.
I got hypnotised.
Yeah. He played the right game, your dad.
I had big rosy cheeks, hair down to me bum.
Myra, you were beautiful, man.
You've seen the photos.
Yeah,
You've seen the
you
photos.
were beautiful, man.
Yeah, and long hair all the time.
Everybody says it's only when I look at my pictures when I was younger because I see a totally different. When I look in the mirror, I see a totally different story. People say to me, "Myra, there's no way you're 60 years old." But I see a different story.
No, absolutely. There's no way you look it. Remember our mums when they were 60 years old? They looked 120.
I know. But my mum was good though.
Yeah.
My mum never had a wrinkle in her face.
Yeah.
Didn't she, Money? Had a beautiful
Dead skin though.
Beautiful skin. She had 9 pregnancies, 3 died late on.
I remember your mum always had her hair done.
Always that was her church. Every Saturday because she was a bleach blonde.
No, I always remember
she was a bleach blonde.
Her hair was always done.
Yeah, she was a bleach. She used to go and have her hair done once a month. She had the beard.
No, I remember your mum.
She had the beard because she had long hair.
Yeah.
And she had the beard.
Yeah, but then when they were young, when they was past 30 or something, they couldn't have long hair anymore. It was kind of like a bit
then she did.
So they had to either cut their hair off, keep it tied up, didn't they?
She always had one of them rags on her head, my mother, and a pinny.
Oh, my mum was never without her apron.
The only time she took that pinny off is when, because my mum had 6 kids. My mum used to wash all our bedding by hand and all that. Too. We had a ringer and we had a boiler. Yeah. We had a ringer. She used to ring them out there. Yeah. I tell you, we had a maiden. Up on the roof, in the kitchen. And you used to get it down with the string. And then you pull it back up again. Hey, but you didn't half smell of food.
Yeah. Well, I seen that when I first came.
Smell of cabbage and ribs because it's cooked right over it. You always smell the food.
That was saying that. That's a bad idea.
I'm only joking. They did it. They did it. My mum got them clean. Well, they did a little bit. Yeah.
But we always seem to be in the kitchen, those.
Hey, I tell you, Linda, I'd have you here for hours about the almost side.
Yeah. All of us are like that. We all love talking about it.
I love talking about it. I do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't leave it for the world because I feel more safe walking Moss Side than.
If you're from Moss Side,
I really do. Even now I do. I know it's dangerous out there. I'm not saying it.
No, but it's your home. I don't feel
no. It was dangerous when I was growing up.
See you.
I mean, we had Myra Hindley, Brady kidnapping the kids, killing them, taking them on the moors. We did have our bad stories to deal with.
Saying this on camera. Every one of our streets had a resident paedophile. They were just 10 a penny, weren't they? Yeah. I mean, a lot of my friends who I grew up with, because I never went through it. My dad never done anything like that to us. We used to get bathed by the roaring fire here because that used to be the coal fire. We used to have an oven there.
See, I came to England in the late 60s. I didn't come in the early 60s. I came in the late 60s.
Right, so
a lot of shit had kind of like disappeared. And
we still had the coal fire.
But yeah, I mean, I'm talking about such as this pedophiles talking on that.
Yeah.
Most of that stuff. It didn't disappear completely.
Well, it still happens today, but
it wasn't like you would hear so and so kid got kidnapped and all that kind of. It was kind of like less.
I would see what you mean because like the Moore's murders and that was in the early 60s.
Yeah. Two were tightening up. Like
yeah. That's amazing, Myra, man, really.
I know.